And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Sag. Welcome to Koi Place Tarot. My name is Koi, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. What we're looking at in this round of reads is going to be your first and last for the month of November. First, represented by the top row, water, earth, fire, and air, emotional beginnings, openings, opportunities, ventures, things of that nature. And on the bottom, hey, conclusions, ultimatums, and just the thought processes that we've come to. So as a preamble to the read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times when it gets difficult, understand I'm the tarot card reader. I'm sitting with you through it, right? Let's have a conversation about that. But I wouldn't suggest ever running away, because in the uncomfortable is oftentimes where the most amount of growth happens. Follow along with me today, Sag, in your read, first and last of November. Let's see what the cards say. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Sagittarius, starting with this Ace of Cups over here. And if you see me wincing throughout the read, just know I had a back injury recently. Not a major one, but it still hurts. So it's not a look of disgust about what I'm seeing on the board. It's just quite literally, a painful tingling sensation. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Sagittarius on this read. Oh, we're having a break. Why are we breaking? Could have just been bad shuffling. We'll see. What are the cards that we need to see, please? Define the Ace of Cups for Sag in this read.
I'll see you later.
The neighbors are really up in the air. To the Ace of Cups, what is bringing us emotional fulfillment right now? Ace of Swords, okay? Sagittarius who reach a conclusion and a truth. Nine of Pentacles, the desire to invest, or at least put our efforts forth in a driving and sustainable manner. Six of Swords, to take action. There we go. What's gonna fulfill me the most right now ain't debate. It ain't more planning. It ain't, it's not any of the things to make this an ideal situation. It's about doing. I'm talking to a Sag who, right now, at time of recording, we're on Scorpio season. Your season is next. But what we're saying is the best thing I can do right now isn't just feel good. It's doing the thing that I said I would do. Okay, very clear. I like that. Next to the Ace of Pentacles, what a new opportunity that presents itself for Sagittarius in this read? What are the cards that we need to see, please, for Sag in this read today? Define that new opportunity. Loud and clear. Find the Ace of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. Autonomy, freedom, the power to make the choices with and of myself. How so? Tower. Okay. What a breaking and sudden realization. What? Eight of Cups. Okay. Well, let this be a test of autonomy then. Whatever, I'm getting the sense this is very much geared towards a career-related thing. How do I say this in a way that won't affect its viewing? Crap or get off the pot. There we go. With this new opportunity, hey, all the power's in my hands. We either do it or we walk away. And the moment of breaking clarity, that tower comes in, wham. It gets such a bad rap in tarot, but ultimately the tower is designed in our best interest, even if we may not understand it in the moment. Either we do what we claim we're capable of, or we have to walk away from what was seen as a good opportunity at one point. This will be tested. This will be abundantly clear, Sag. This will be tested. But for what it's worth, we either decide, do I have it within me to continue this, or do I make a soft bow and exit, right? In our emotional fulfillment, we're saying, hey, I can. Now, time to prove it. Okay? Next, Ace of Wands. Reveal the Ace of Wands for Sagittarius in this read. What is held upon the Ace of Wands for Sag in this read today? What about their home element? fulfillment, again, a break. Why are we afraid to look at this? I don't take this as, because it's broken multiple times, I don't take this as just me being terrible at shuffling. There's something that we're actively not looking at here. What is that? Show us the card. Well, that makes sense, but then it hit the table, so I cannot take it. What are the cards that we need to see, please, for Sag in their read? They get a lot of sense, but no point in talking about cards unless they show up on the board. So, to that Ace of Wands, what the Sag needs to know for their read today. 10 of Cups. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to find fulfillment regardless. I hope that you find it on your terms. King of Cups. The emotional wherewithal to actually discern, to say, I have this much to give, I have this much to take. What is a good opportunity for me? Cool. We're defining things how we want to. Death, the card of Scorpio. Good to pull the power card during the season. As we move into November, this is Scorpio season at time of recording, and understanding, hey, with death, with everything going around all around me, yeah, I need to come to two conclusions and by extension transformations. A, am I really about this? What I'm doing right now, am I investing myself into it because it's right for me, or am I investing myself into it because, hey, that's just how it's done, right? Because if it's just how it's done, then the easiest way I could say, Sag, is that you're going to be forced out. With that Ace of Pentacles, that Nine of Pentacles, yeah, we're going to have to find what it means to do things on our own terms again. But if we can come to the right conclusion and say, no, I need to transform me regardless of the situation, whatever this thing is, however it's going to play out, it will. But that's not my concern. That's not my control right now. What I can do is find it within me to find my truth and what I want for fulfillment from this. One is on your terms and one is decided for you. Ace of Swords. What is truth and by extension challenge in this read? Show the cards we're going to see, please, upon this Ace of Swords. What do we need to know for the Ace of Swords for Sagittarius in the read today? Nine of Cups. There we go. I was like, where is this read going? Nine of Cups. The notion of self-fulfillment. This is what this entire challenge is about. And I'm seeing this mainly as a work endeavor for you, Sag. But whatever career path, whatever we're going on, we are saying, hey, I'm going to find that truth for me. Time to stop playing on the sidelines. Ace of Swords, Chariot, card of Cancer. And so if this is what the journey has to offer, then let's encounter the bumpy parts of this road. Okay? Six of Cups. And maybe, see, I'm not really getting the core notion of the Six of Cups here, which oftentimes is soul bond or deep connection kind of energy. Here, what I am seeing with whatever we're doing here, Sag, is that Six of Cups more represents, are we focusing on the nostalgia of what is? Like, do we like the aesthetics of what is, what we think this could be, all the offers and everything that could come from it? Or are we just focused on the fact that it looks pretty? Right? Do we like the aesthetics of whatever this dynamic is, or the reality of the situation? There we go. Those are the words I was looking for. Do we like the aesthetics of, whatever perks or benefits this job or opportunity has? Or are we really focusing on the reality of what's going on here? Because one's going to give you fulfillment and let you decide on your own terms. The other's going to be decided for you. Just reiterating that. Underneath it all, 10 of Pentacles, the tree of life, the foundation of everything moving ahead. We're coming to some big conclusions with whatever we're doing right now. Do we want to stay here? Are we going to go? Okay. Back pain. Moving now to the 10 of Cups. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. For Sag and their read upon that 10 of Cups define. What of harmony and synchronicity in this read? Page of Wands, okay. Optimism of where things are right now. Ace of Swords. So the answers are going to be revealed. Okay, because you pulled the Ace of Swords, essentially one on top of the other. No, I'm here right now, and I'm trying to see the purpose of the conflict that may be erupting. Page of Swords. So we're going to watch. We're going to wait, and we're going to try to learn it, right? Because there's a reason that I'm in my particular station. What do I need to learn from that? I like that for you, Sag, because you're seeing purpose in, the need to stop debating and just take action. Again, that's how we opened it. To the Ten of Pentacles, what are the foundation for the rest of our lives? The things we're trying to build, things we're trying to hold. Show the cards that we need to see, please, upon that Ten of Pentacles in this read. Five of Swords, okay. The notion of self-sabotage. Let me define it further for you, and then we'll go back to that. King of Wands. Okay, there we go. I'm like, that is not adding up here. And with that King of Wands, the Ace of Wands. Okay, so instead of seeing this as a shortcoming of the self, we're actually starting to accept dynamics within the self and our relationship to what's going on around us. The Five of Swords oftentimes represents the notion of self-sabotage, or, man, I just can't get this right. What's going on? Why am I like this? If we're saying that is how we're approaching the rest of life, that's actually not true. With that King of Wands and that Ace of Wands, the King holding the Ace, no, we got way too much fire within us. We just haven't decided what we're going to do with it, right? Now, I can hold a torch. I can hold a torch for a very long time, and it's going to serve its purpose, even passively, without my control over it. However, me holding it there, eventually, the fire might just get towards my hand, right? Inaction here is going to lead to an unfavorable outcome. And that's what you're trying to avoid. But if we keep on blaming ourselves for what we say we can't control, then we also miss the point even aloud, because we said we can't control it. That's just how it works. To the Ten of Wands, what are the burdens that are ahead? The things we see as worth keeping, or at least trying to lift at the current moment. So those cards we need to see, please imagine their read. Nine of Wands, okay. That we can actually do what we want when we let some of this stuff go. I like that. Hangman, are we ready to do that? Truthfully, are we ready? We're putting ourselves in, hanging ourselves upside down, trying to get the world's view in a 180, flip it, and understand that, hey, no matter what I carry upon me, the only way that's going to change, my circumstance can change, is if I change. Ten of Wands. There we go, right again. The burden is heavy, but do we have to carry it all? Could we carry it upside down? Would it be worth carrying upside down? Just something to think about, Sag. And lastly, upon the Ten of Swords, reveal the Ten of Swords in this reading. What is held upon the Ten of Swords for Sagittarius in their first and last reading today? Two of Swords, okay. So, are we ready to look at what we need to right now? Queen of Pentacles. Well, I gotta try. Nice. And so when we're gonna get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Essentially, that's what I'm saying right now, Sag. The Two of Swords, if that represents confusion and indecision, then the only way that that's going to change is if I make the active decision to do so. The Queen of Pentacles always want to maximize not only her profit, but the comfortability that she has within a space. Putting those two things together, these are clashing energies. They don't mix. And so that Ten of Swords saying, no, I'm actually going to change my perspective and get comfortable with that uncomfortable. I can't stay in indecision forever. Well, I pulled two, so let's take two. The Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups, and I'll take those together. One saying the foundation of the rest of my life comes from what I love. So it's time for me to have a hard conversation with me and understand, what do I want? Because if I'm not getting fulfilled here, maybe that's why things are falling apart and blowing up in my face. maybe the Tower right back here with that new opportunity, whatever this was for you at one point, Sag, maybe it's actually doing its job in the right direction. I need to give it some credit. Underneath it all, Five of Wands. And now the external conflict rears itself when we can admit that it is there. Back. The five major arcana strewn across the table. Show us cards that we need to see, please. Upon first, the Tower in Sagittarius' read. What is the purpose of this Tower moment? Why are things crashing in, potentially crashing and burning? What is the purpose of this Tower for Sagittarius read? We start here. Because again, it would never be done against your own favor. Why the Tower here in Sagittarius' read today? The Empress. And so, the highest evolution of me, well, we're going to see if it's there. And that's why we have to take action. Are we just going to meander and have this thing decide for us, or will we decide for ourselves? Death, the card of Scorpio, Nine of Pentacles. Causing autonomy, causing the shift. What are we left to do when we have to stand on our own 2 feet? Our decision, right? And that Nine of Pentacles also came out near that Tower. So this is the conclusion that we're having. Hey, let's have it rightfully and let's have it in full. Chariot, card of Cancer, Five of Swords. And so, being that that's underneath your Ace of Swords with the notion of truth, here, maybe I was in this state for a reason. Maybe I was making, counterintuitive choices or things that weren't designed my best interest, things that didn't help me out. Maybe all that stuff came with a reason. And I have to understand that that too is part of my journey. The Five of Swords came out here under your Ten of Pentacles. I think those two are tied because we're still saying the same exact thing. When we put it under the Chariot, okay, is this a journey that I genuinely want? What are we doing with this? What was the next one? Hangman, the World. And so the highest, even of the major arcana, the cycle closes when I'm ready to say that it does. It either will happen to me or happen of my own accord. This ain't really about the situation at this point. It's about what do I want to see happen from it. Okay? Resolution. Show cards of resolution for Sagittarius in their read. Back pain. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Sagittarius in their read. What do we need to see in resolution here? Nine of Cups. Okay, the notion of our own self-fulfillment, that yes, in fact, we can do things right. How so? The Devil, card of Capricorn. And I kind of expected this card to come out, just not here. The Devil has its purpose in tarot. It's not the Judeo-Christian version of it that people normally associate. It's more of the idea that the Devil is incredibly honest because it tells us a part about ourselves that we do not like. And here, it's all the indecision that we're saying that we don't know right now, Sag. We do know. We do. Either we make our own decisions and part ways from whatever this is, find what we truly want to do, really go on that journey, or we have it happen to us in the worst way possible, throw up our hands and say, oh my gosh, why did this happen? Right? At the end of the day, this isn't about the situation. This is about us and the decisions that we're making. And so I'm looking at Sagittarius, who's really trying to challenge themselves and say, hey, if it ain't gonna get no better, then I have to get better. What can I do for me? Instead of just waiting for the worst case scenario to happen. Because if I wait for it, while it seems like it's developing in my face, then eventually it will happen in my face. Underneath it all, King of Cups. Here, presenting the best of self, but also being able to measure emotional duality. When we establish this conflict and say this is where we want to go for the rest of our lives, we can look at the entire situation full scale. So here's what I see in your read today, Sag. Got some decisions to make. What do we want from this? How are we moving forward? And more than all of that, how am I going to be okay with me in the process? Because it is, at one point, it will not be about the situation anymore. It's going to be, why did I put up with this? We're going to have a lot of me search to do, not just research. So that's why I have in Read Today, Sag. Hope this conversation helped. And yeah, when you make those decisions, you're going to get those answers. I hope you find them well. Take care, okay? Bye. Ouch.